4, Moraga, California 945.
It's like using a different drawing medium, different material like pencil or charcoal or airbrush or painting. Drawing on a computer is a different medium, and if you're afraid of using computers, there's no reason to be afraid, because Jones is going to make it fun and easy for everyone. Get your materials together, and I'll be right back. So you ready to draw today? You have your pencil, you sharpened it up, you have your paper, a blank piece of paper in front of you, and you're going to participate with me. What I'm going to do is take control of the flat surface. You see right here I use blended shading, and I use solid shading. I'll explain to you the difference between those two. First of all, we'll warm up a little bit. We'll use some foreshortened circles and foreshortened squares to loosen up. Start right here with a couple foreshortened circles, 3 of them. Loosen up here. Okay, and then we'll draw a couple foreshortened squares. 2 dots far apart, your finger in the middle, dot above and a dot below your finger, and then connect the dots. Let's draw 2 of those just to warm up. 2 dots straight across from each other, put your finger in the middle, a dot above and a dot below. Okay, this is our warm-up period of our lesson here. Okay, now we're going to draw a cylinder. I'm going to take control of this flat surface by shading, by blending the shading from dark to light, and I'll show you. Start with a foreshortened circle. Straight down the left side, straight down the right side, and then you're going to curve the bottom. Now the bottom is actually curved a bit more than the top. This is a nice foreshortened circle. This curve and this curve are almost the same, except the bottom is a little bit more curved than the top. Now add some shading on the side. And I wanted to make one point here real quick. This line right here is a vertical line. It matches the side of my paper. Now if it's not vertical on your TV set, you make sure when you're drawing it on the paper, your line follows the side of your paper, your vertical line. Nice and dark on the left side, and we're going to blend from dark to light as we move across this curved cylinder. A little bit lighter as you move across. Now see, the sunlight's up here in this area. I'm going to use my imagination to pretend it's coming from up here. It comes down, hits the top of the cylinder on the right side, so it's very dark and it's going to blend around. It's going to curve around the object. Now, of course, if I put the sunlight over here, the sunlight would come down, and this would be really bright, and this would be dark. So it's up to you where you want the sun or the light source on your drawing. It just be consistent. If you start a picture and you're shading the left side, you have to shade the left side throughout the whole picture. If the sunlight's off to the right of your horizon. Nice and dark over here. Blended lighter and lighter as it goes around. Lighter and lighter, lighter and lighter. Lighter and lighter. And then you can take your finger and you can even blend it. You know what's kind of fun if you want to. If you like getting into your drawings and getting kind of messy with it, lick your finger and blend it across with your finger. Now, don't spit on your paper. Don't do that. Just lick across. Don't make too much of a mess. Try to be neat about it and blend it across. Lighter and lighter as you go across. In fact, I'm going to use a sharper pencil to do this. There we go. Now, we're going to put a shadow on the ground, a cast shadow. See? The shadow and shading are 2 different things. The shadow's on the object and the shading, see? Cast shadow. Actually, I got that backwards. The shading's right here, and the shadow's on the ground. See, it's cast onto the ground. Let's do another object. Let's draw a foreshortened square. 2 dots straight across from each other. Then put your finger in the middle, a dot above and a dot below your finger. I like making those sound effects. Straight down on both sides. And what's the middle line? The middle line is just a little bit longer. You see how these 2 side lines are horizontally the same length, and I'll come straight down the middle. The middle line's longer. Now take your pencil and put your pencil right here. Line it up with that line. Move it down. And this line, if not slanting more, it should be the same slant as this. Don't come down straight across like this, but push this line up. The same idea here. There's your pencil. Move this down and match that line slanting to that direction. Now this is this box or cube. It's a really good object to practice because you use foreshortened squares and the middle line's longer using that magic word surface. And now today our magic word is shading, so let me get this nice and dark. You notice how this is a different type of shading than what I used on the cylinder. The cylinder had blended shading on it, but this is a solid shading, solid tone. Take your pencil, extend this line just a bit because the cast shadow, remember shading's on the side of an object, and the shadow's cast onto the ground. So I'm going to cast this on the ground right here all the way across, and this is our cube. Hey, did you know Joan said she was going to try to keep up with me on this drawing lesson and draw this cube? I wonder how she's doing on the computer. Let's go see. Hi, Joan. How are you doing?
Oh, pretty good.
Do you know the Secret City handshake? Let me see. Okay, that's a regular handshake,
Okay.
and then you go like this. Okay, now you're cool. How you feel today? Looks
Real
like you're having
good.
fun.
Yeah.
This is
More lines
fantastic.
here?
Look, you have 4 shorts in. Uh-oh, now you have, what is this?
Okay,
What was
that's
that
some
you just
shading.
Okay.
So,
Was that some kind of design you designed before, what you punched up?
now these are different things to pick what you want to do. Draw or make
Oh, it's like a,
box.
what is it, a restaurant menu or something?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Oh, this is interesting. You know what? I'm going to let you keep on drawing and experimenting. Are you having any trouble keeping up with me?
No, I don't think so.
I'm not going too fast for you?
Well, this draws things real fast.
Okay. Well, you keep on having fun. I'm going to go and finish my lesson. Are you going to keep drawing with me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, what I want to do is turn this into a TV set real quick. I'm going to draw a line across the top. Notice how it's slanting up. Straight down here, slant this, see the same as the bottom. Slant it up. 2 knobs. And then let's put some kind of a cartoon face in here. Draw a round circle. Kind of interesting how you can follow with a computer, isn't it? And you can just draw. We'll find out more about that in a few moments. Really dark on the dress or the costume. It's going to be a girl, you put a dress. If it's a guy, you put a coat or something. And then, what kind of nose should I put? Okay, I'll make a really small nose. Okay, I like experimenting every now and then, having fun with my drawing. You don't have to get crazy like that, though. I kind of lose control when I start drawing. Once I pick up a pencil, I go crazy with it. Okay, let's draw another object. Let's draw a cone. Take your pencil. Draw an upside-down letter A. Make sure these 2 lines are the same length. Curve the bottom. And then when you shade this, nice and dark on the left side, nice and dark. Lighter and lighter as you go across. Lighter and lighter, lighter and lighter. Remember, the light source is up in this area. Bottom can even be more curved than that. And then put a cast shadow. A cast shadow. I'll say that slowly so you can understand that. A cast shadow that's on the ground, and then shading on the side that's blended. Now let's draw a sphere really quick, a round circle. The light source is coming from up in this area. It comes down. It hits the top, so it's nice and dark around here. Really dark. Take your pencil, push hard on it. Lighter and lighter as it moves around. Lighter and lighter. And then put a cast shadow on the ground. I'm going to even move the shading up a bit. Now remember, when you're drawing, draw about 20 or 30 minutes a day. Keep practicing. And when you're practicing, keep the magic word in your mind. What is it? Shading.
You like to draw. I like to draw. There was never a drawing club for humans or humanoids until Commander Mark started a Secret City drawing club. You can join. Each week, the commander tells us to draw a special kind of thing. This week, if you want to join the club, you must draw a building in the Secret City. A building in the Secret City. Just send your completed activity to the commander. Please send it to this address. Secret City Club, Post Office Box 444, Moraga, California, 94556, the United States of America, Western Hemisphere, the world. Here is a drawing that was sent to the club. It is from a boy named Don. He is 10 years old. Notice his buildings. Notice all the expressways and highways around the buildings and different kinds of vehicles for transportation, space shuttles and flying saucers. Commander Mark wants to make drawing as popular as rock and roll. I do not know what rock and roll is, but I do know what computers are, and I do not like them. Commander Mark said that I should not be wary of them, but I am suspicious. Let us go and see what the commander and guest Joan Bocino are doing at the computer.
This is fantastic. You know what I don't understand still is... You want a different color? Orange, maybe. That'd be nice. You know what's really fascinating is I thought you had to use a computer, the keyboard here to draw on, but you don't have to use the keyboard at all, huh?
No, you use this koala pad here.
So this is like an artificial piece of paper, huh?
Yeah, it works just like your drawing pad.
And then you have a fake pencil that does it, huh?
Mm-hmm. So you go back and you pick drawing.
Back to the restaurant menu, right?
Right.
Okay. This just looks so much like a menu.
That's exactly what it is. It's a menu. And you pick a color, and you go back. Let's erase that.
Can you erase the whole drawing?
The whole drawing. I don't like it.
Okay, so you can just do a whole nother one, huh?
Right. So you start someplace.
You put dots around. Oh, that's incredible.
Want to change the color?
Yeah, just put some green in there.
Green. Wait a minute.
So is that's some kind of mirror effect? That
Right, this
follows
is a
on
mirror.
both sides.
Well, let's do a frame. It's green.
Frame
okay?
our drawing so you can paint
Yeah,
on the
okay.
wall.
Start the box about there.
That's really fast.
Okay. Is that big?
A little bit big.
No, too late.
No, it looks like a tennis court right in the middle. It's an aerial shot of a
wait,
tennis court.
Let's put it, some tennis ball in there.
You like the tennis
Okay,
tennis court
good.
idea so you can put some balls bouncing around.
Okay.
You can't make a moving, huh?
No, not right now. Here, let's get rid of the mirror. I'll put a tennis ball there. Stop it, Miss.
Just don't really hit it too hard when off this
Yeah.
court.
We'll make them a little bit bigger so they're coming closer to us.
So you really don't have to be a computer expert to draw on the computer.
No, really, all you have to do is be able to draw and follow some simple instructions.
And you just take that, what is that, just a piece of wood?
This is just plastic. It works with...
Oh, you can use your finger too.
use your finger,
okay.
too.
What about doing some, can I see the menu again?
Okay.
All right, can you black out the other drawing? Let's erase that.
Let's erase it with a light color.
Because I wanted to see some, let me see here, we have to draw. Can I draw something on it?
Sure. Let's see. And what color?
Purple.
Purple. Okay.
So I just take the pencil. There. Uh-oh.
Wait a second. Put the pencil down.
Okay, my pencil's down.
It's a different line. Over here.
Oh, you have to pick the line size.
Okay, now.
There we go. And don't take it off the pencil.
Now when you want to stop, let me know and I'll lift
So
up
you
the
can just do
button.
any design you want. This is scribbling. Okay? This is really interesting. Color it in.
Right now, watch this.
What are you going to do? Should I take it off or not?
Yeah, take it off. We're going to go back. We're going to fill it. Just fill it with this color. And what this will do is fill
See,
in.
that's my signature. When you're an artist, you have sloppy signatures.
Yeah,
No, I'm
well,
just joking.
now you
I'm
have
just scribbling.
Now you can have
Did you
a
believe me that
signature
was my
that's
signature?
solid in here. Okay? And make this part black and white.
Commander Mark.
Hi, Zebtron. How are you today? Oh, I almost forgot the Secret City handshake. This is Joan Pacino, and she's a computer expert. She teaches how to draw on the computer. You want to learn how to draw on the computer?
Hello, Joan Bocino.
Zebtron, you want to learn how to draw?
I do not have time, Commander. I must go finish my club activity.
Oh, Zebtron, don't be so stressed out. Come here. Joan, she's really nice, and she's going to explain some really simple ideas about drawing. And while she's doing that, I'm going to go over to the gallery. So go and have a seat and learn how to draw.
Joan Bocino, why do you draw with the computer? I like the way Commander Mark draws on his easel.
Well, sometimes computers do things a lot faster than you could do with a sketch pad and a pen.
Faster?
A lot faster.
Can you show me, please?
Okay, watch this. We're going to fill that box up.
Fill it up.
Mm-hmm.
That is very quick.
Change the color. And we'll fill this box up.
That is very, very quick.
Okay, and I'll make it a thick box.
How quickly you can do things with very accurate movements.
Okay, do you want to try something?
I'm not sure if I can do this.
Oh, sure. Come on, watch. I'm going to put a picture on here.
So many buttons to press. So many things to remember.
And then you could add something to it. You can put a box right on the middle of the table there.
I will try.
Okay, so let's see. We'll pick a solid box.
A solid box.
And we'll make it green, okay?
A green solid box to place on the table.
And, okay, now all you have to do is figure out where you want the box. We'll start it right about here.
Oh, goodness. I am not
Okay.
doing a very good job. Oh, look what I have done. I do not want to work with this anymore. I like the other picture. I like the other picture.
Okay, wait just a second.
Maybe you can show me at some later time. Give me some instructions, please.
Well, if I can wear your glasses, okay?
It is a deal.
Now, in the Secret City Gallery, it's my chance to take all these drawings that the kids have completed and to show you. Now, this first example is Christian. She started with an airplane, a tree, a donut. Look at this thing. Isn't this cute? And then the rowboat and a house. Now, when she practiced the magic word today, which is shading, take a look at how she was drawing just a few days later. In fact, this is only 12 days later, the same girl. Take a look at this. Here's Christian's drawing. A really fantastic secret city. This is kind of like the club activity for today. See the simple table turned into a secret city? And there's a roadway, a nice scoop, and there's even a swimming pool. Notice how the planet Earth is back here over in the corner. So this is a moonscape. There's a radar. Fantastic drawing with shading. Nice, nice shading. Now let's go to another drawing. Now this is Matt's drawing. Now this is before he started using shading. This is the airplane, his tree, his donut. Okay, and there's his pig. I think these little pigs are the cutest drawings in the world. And then the rowboat. I would say robot by accident. I don't know why. And then the house right here with the ground. Now take a look at this. The next drawing is the same fellow 15 days later. Look at this. He wanted to make a really tubular city, and so he made a water system. He made some nice bands wrapping around the tube. You seen them, that little reflections on top? Now that's using shading too. It's darker down here. It's lighter and lighter as it comes up. And even up here, look in this area. See that nice flag? Fantastic shading, good drawing. And even over here where there's a window, there's a bigger window, and the water system flows through the whole city and it comes out the bottom. Now when I do the Secret City mural here, it's my chance really to explode with my imagination and just really go to town with all these things we're learning how to draw. Now today, since the magic word is shading, I'm going to be using shading on the sides of some volcanoes, and I'm going to be even adding a volcano with the lid popping open right here. Now I'm going to add a foreshortened circle. Now I would add a whole foreshortened circle to the top, but look at this. I'm going to put some kind of hairy monster climbing out. So I'll put an eye right here and another eye, little eyeball. I'll make a really furry fellow, some kind of hairy, scary. Now see, I got this idea from one of the kids. They sent me in a drawing and it had a little hairy, scary volcano popping open. I thought it was great, so I'm going to use it on my Secret City mural here. Draw a thumb and make the hand wrapping around. Another foreshortened circle on the lid. Now you notice how I pencil sketch in my drawing, and I go back in later with ink, and I outline it, and I add all the details and all the shading. Now I wanted to tell you that there's 4 different ways of shading. There's even more than 4, but 4 different ways that I use for shading. And there's one called the scribble technique, which is on the side of this mountain. If you scribble the side like this, real dark, as you come down, very dark, and you go from dark to light. Another one is with a pencil, blended shading, and you saw that earlier on with the lesson, blended shading. Another technique is to use dots. I'm not going to use dots right here. I'll use dots on this side, really dark up inside the volcano. And it gets lighter and lighter as it comes down, really dark up here and lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter. And there's even another one too, which is cross-hatching. And that's taking your line. Let me see here, I'll draw a volcano. I'll draw a mountain right here and show you what cross-hatching is. Draw a line going in one direction, like this. I'm going to leave the highlight, where the sun comes down, hits the side of this little crater, and then I cross-hatch the other way. Now see, I showed you some examples of craters over here. Here's one crater. It's really dark inside, and it goes lighter and lighter as it moves across. And then look over here. Here's another crater. I used a foreshortened circle, nice and dark underneath here, and I blended the shading from dark to light on the inside of the volcano as well. See, the shading jumped from this point over here. So I'm going to add a little bit more to this roadway. You know what I can do? You can really go just get completely crazy with your imagination when you're drawing these secret cities. I'm going to add a roadway going right through this volcano. In fact, I'll add his arm first. I'm going to change my pen. My pen's running out of ink. Luckily, I have lots of pens. You might need 2 or 3 pencils sitting around next to you in case your pencil lead breaks. Okay, I'll draw the hand back here. And then blend the shading down just a bit more. Those dots take a long time. If you ever decide to shade your drawing with dots, be prepared to be there for a long time because it takes a long time to get that blended effect. It looks a lot more realistic. It's really, if you have the time, it looks really good. You should experiment with it every now and then. I haven't used dots for a long time because it does take an awful lot of time. I'll make a roadway just going right through this volcano and then wrapping around and going down through another tunnel. I'll make the other tunnel right around here. See, the roadway falls right underneath here. And I'll finish that roadway later. But right now, slant these down, and then maybe I'll make this ledge on the side of the volcano. Coming down right here. Now, I'm going to shade nice and dark. This is the shading part of it. This is my favorite part. I'll take my pen. Really dark inside, really dark up in here, and then it gets lighter and lighter as it moves out. Lighter and lighter. Really dark up inside the tunnel area of the road, and lighter as it comes out. You see how automatically it looks like the road's going right through that volcano. Now I'm going to blend the shading just a bit more and add tone to the whole mountain. You have to have some kind of tone or else it'll look too white. Now, Joan and Zebtron over having fun with the computer. I wonder what they're doing.
What are you doing, John Bocino?
Well, I'm drawing some stars.
And how are you drawing those stars on your computer?
Well, first I draw the star, and then I fill them in.
I like
Take
your colors.
Take a color and go back here, and we'll fill up this hole.
That was so quick.
That's what I like about it. Don't have to fool with it for a long time. Fill up that one. We'll pick a third color here.
It is
Hold
amazing how quickly you can color in all of your stars.
Go add some lines.
There are so many choices. Maybe I can get Commander Mark to draw shooting stars on his computer.
You think he will?
I think so.
I want to see if you can draw your own secret city mural. I want to challenge you when you do that to make sure you use that magic word. What is it for today? The shading. Now when you shade a round object, a curved object like a cylinder or a sphere, remember to blend it. You can use your finger. And when you shade a cube or some kind of square object, shade a solid tone all the way up to the corner. Give it that sharp, that sharp defined look. Now I'm going to add some shading to the side of my volcano right here. A little more. Now I see how very, very dark it is along the edge. It looks like I can reach my hand around that volcano, then a little bit lighter and lighter as it moves across. And then, I'm going to come over to this area right here, another tunnel, shade the left side of the tunnel, and then really dark. See up inside here? I'm going to take my really dark pen, nice and dark. Really, I'm gritting my teeth because I push kind of hard when I want to smear the shading across on that. You notice I'm using my pencil lines here as guidelines for my drawing. Come down, nice and dark over here. Then I'll come back in and work that a little bit more. You notice right here, there's blended shading on the curved surface, solid shading, and a little bit darker
on the overhang so you can reach your hand underneath there. Draw a lot. Practice your drawing. 20 minutes, 30 minutes a day, or even 6 hours if you have enough time to practice. Remember the magic word shading. And I'll see you next time.
Commander Mark says anyone can learn how to draw, and Maryland Public Television now offers a 72-page book, Learning to Draw with Commander Mark. It's full of drawings and illustrations of the 7 magic words, the 22 special art words, and tells how to start a local Secret City drawing club. The kit also has 3 non-toxic Commander markers, a Secret City drawing pad, drawing pencil, Commander Eradicator, and official Secret City Club